Just getting ready for this week's trip. A little bit hard putting bush barriers on in the rain. Anyway, she's barriered up. Starting to look the goods. Protected from a few scratches, hopefully. So, not ideal doing it in the rain. And these are getting a bit beaten up, these barriers, so I'm going to run tape around some of the edges just to make sure they're okay. And you're not seeing things. This one's really yellow compared to this one. These are new. You might remember if you watched one of my old videos, that one flew off. So, replacement panel. From our rugged north to the beautiful south to the centre, east, west, doesn't matter where. The four-wheel drive tips and tricks and travel and information, you've come to the right place. Come for a ride with us at Mud Ducks four-wheel drive tour. Camping.
Yeah. But we're not at work. We're not at home. It's escape. Finally out of lockdown. I just hope we can stay dry.
Walking around in Anaconda in Penrith, and I've come across the most famous YouTuber I've ever met, Shad.
Steve.
And then who else do we find? Bloody Umpra.
Mate.
These guys are both wearing masks because they're dentists and you don't want to be identified, right? So, and because it's the rules. Unfortunately, Steve had his socks off earlier. It's not good, okay?
That's why I got the mask on.
Well, g'day everybody, Steve from Mud Ducks 4 Drive Touring. Finally out of lockdown. So we've escaped Newcastle. Unfortunately the weather's not with us, but we are out of lockdown, so we've gone camping and we'll give you a quick squiz at where we are so far. You may have seen on one of my other clips a while ago to Jenolan Caves, when we came with Brett, that we came to a place called Lake Wallace. Now there's been a heap of rain in the central west and around Sydney and Hunter Valley, so here's the lake now. All those rushes in front of us, last time we were here the water was out past those, so it's pretty damp. Now I'll give you a look at our first night's camp set up now. I didn't video much today because, well, we had to drive into Sydney and we went to a four-wheel drive expo, and you've seen the four-wheel drive expo, so after that we've come out here to Lake Wallace to camp. So this is our style of camping for this trip. Got the truck, the awning, we brought the gazebo out. I brought Kaz out.
Hello.
There she is. And we've got the gazebo, and I bought some Budjo King sidewalls just to try and keep a little bit of the weather off us. They don't fit as well as they should. They're the Budjo, you know. It's a 3x3 gazebo. Even though it's a Wanderer gazebo, it's 3x3. They really don't fit as well as they should. Anyway, doesn't matter. Now, in the meantime, camp at Lake Wallace is slightly different to the last time, but wandering around in the show, we stumbled across, you're going to won't believe this, guys, you stumbled across this bloody pair. You got Steve here from Unpro Adventures.
Hey guys.
If you're not on his channel, get on it. And then you got Shad.
Hello everyone.
The world famous Shad from Shad Donahue. You got no idea how famous this guy is, guys. Anyway, they've chosen to come and camp with us too, which is awesome. So we got Shad set up here. Pretty easy one for a wettish weekend. We have arguably the greatest 76 series Land Cruiser you'll ever see. But this thing's a weapon. I'm hoping I'll get to do a toys on this truck at some stage. So it's a thing. Then over here we have Unpro's mighty Y62, fully wrapped with some bush barriers, except for this one, because apparently if you're a lazy bastard you don't cut your bush barrier out to fit around your snorkel straight away. But he will get to it. Anyhow, that's pretty well what we're up to this evening. If the weather ever dies down, we're gonna light the fire and all that kind of stuff, so there's not going to be a hell of a lot more to show you, but if there is, we'll show it to you. We're supposed to have the Smash Burger cook-off, but we'll see what happens given the weather. Alright, we'll catch you shortly. Good morning. Day 2. Waking up to slightly better weather. Camp's a bit messy. Joys of setting up in, or for protecting yourself from the wet. I'll be a bit quiet. The other boys are still asleep in their swags. Owen, Shad's young bloke, arrived later on in the evening. That's his Hilux over there. Kaz has already started to pack up our stuff. We're moving on today. We're at Lake Wallace, just outside Lithgow. There'll be a separate clip on this down the track at some stage. As I said yesterday, we didn't do a lot of filming because we ran into Sydney, went to a very small 4-wheel drive show, met up with the boys, come down here. So today it's going to be breakfast, basically pack up, say goodbye to Shad and Owen, and we'll head with Steve over to Orange, or he may go before us, we're not sure. We'll just see how the day goes. Anyway, I'll show you more as there's more to show you. We've left Wallace Lake, or Lake Wallace camping area this morning. We've said goodbye to Shad and Owen. They're going generally homeward, and we're following Steve the Unpro out towards Orange. So we're going to do a couple of nights out there, and you can't see it because you're looking at me, but it's just started raining, so we've been a bit lucky we got all packed up before that. So I'm not going to bore you with gas bagging too much while we're driving on the highway, but we will show you more when the trip really starts, which is around the Ophir Goldfields region. So looking forward to giving you a look around there. Well, heading out to Ophir, and we've come across a slight problem. There's a sign saying road closed as we come down to this bridge crossing. So I think there's another way in here which we might have to go back to. Anyway, just wandering down, we'll have a look. But we'll see what there is. Maybe they just don't want too many people driving onto this. Looks like it's been a bit messed up. So it's certainly bumpy, and the road base is all chewed out. Yeah. As the water's up fairly high, you can see where it's been right up. Yeah. So been higher than this. There you go. Steve's a local and he's never seen it like this.
Not bad for the high to do that with bridge.
Ah. That's mad. Now the question is, how brave are we? Do we do it? Do we not do it?
Yeah, Steve just said 2 years ago there wasn't even a blade of grass out here for the dry season. It was just drought everywhere, and now all of a sudden, look.
It's mad, isn't it? Well, we've driven out the Ophir Road. I've just pulled up in a parking area. Road closed sign. I'm just parked over there. And this high level crossing that Steve said, oh, that one should be okay. It's when you get the low level crossing, that could be the problem. Well, that's not the problem. The other road closed sign was obviously from damage to the road either side of the bridge. This one is because there's a heap of water flowing, and there's a little picnic ground, all sorts of things on the other side of the river. They don't want you driving at all through this. There's logs on the crossing, there's all sorts of things, so you would not be driving that. There's some plenty of big trees up high in the mesh there. Now I'm standing a good couple of feet up, and there's been water over this. There's been a lot higher than this. So, yeah. The sad part is I'm about to have lunch, and I would have been quite happy to go over that side of the river just there and have lunch. But I can't, so I won't. So we'll go and have lunch where we're parked. Well, after quite a long backtrack to find another roadway, which got us around the last road closed sign, we're pretty well here, but we're on the wrong side of the river, and I don't think we'll be driving this. In fact, I'm fairly confident we will not be driving this, because I'm stupid, but I'm not an idiot. And there is no way I'm driving this. Now, it's been deeper. There's a flood sign here. Indicators show depth. Oh, it's only 200 mil, but have a look how fast that 200 millimeters of water is flowing. No chance. I'm just not doing that. And the other side looks great. That's where we would have been going to camp, somewhere in there. And Stevie said that that's the side to camp on. That is the AFA Reserve just there, so we've made it to where we're going. But yeah, no chance of us doing that. So anyway, I'll have a look around. We've still got to figure out where we're going to camp tonight. May not be here. The water may drop overnight too. So it's a possibility we could camp somewhere up this side tonight. I'm looking away from the camera, guys, because I'm trying not to fall over on the rocks here. But seeing as how I am at AFA, what have we got here? We've got a caution, flash flooding can occur. You think? I don't know. But they've got lots of good fishing in here apparently. Got rainbow trout, brown trout, brook trout, Atlantic salmon. So there's a fishery sign. So there you are. But this is part of adventure travel. We haven't done much dirt today. It's been a lot of bitumen, but touring is touring, and we're touring. But yeah, we're not driving this. That's just a given. So yeah, I'll go up here and have a look at what the camping's like up here, I think, because I think you can camp up here, so I'll go and have a squiz at it. And if it's any good, you'll find out soon. Speaking of any good, how good does this look?
Oh, now, stop that.
Hey, awesome.
So
Absolutely
the third
awesome.
go, we still can't get across. The river is swelling. Look at this.
It's mad, isn't
it's split in two. We've got two sections of the river just here.
Yeah, it is mad.
Oh, look at the rapids.
Anyway, we'll take you up to the other bit and have a look at that. Now, before we go looking to see if any prospective camps, we found like an old monument or something up these stairs, so we'll go and see what's in here. Now, AFA is a historic gold field region, so plenty of mining been done here over the years. Let's see what this monument's about.
Discovered here, Edward Hammond.
I can hardly read this.
John Hard, Australian Whistler.
Those two responsible for the discovery were Edward Hammond Hargraves, John Hardman, Australia, Lister, okay. James Tom, William Tom. From experience gained in California, Hargraves formed the idea that the district was Orpheus or something, and found the first gold on the 12th of February 1851. There you go. I'm not going to read all that. Study it up, guys. Google's your friend. Then there's another plaque down the bottom that's much more recent. This plaque was unveiled on 14th of April 2001 by Honourable Tony Kelly, Deputy President, Chairman of Committees, New South Wales Legislative Council, to commemorate the 150-year anniversary of the discovery of the first payable gold in Australia at AFA in April 1851. Discovery was the cause of Australia's first gold rush and was the impetus for immigration to Australia and its subsequent settlement. So that makes this place pretty important in Australian history, particularly the gold and all that stuff and immigration. So it's a pretty historical area. Unfortunately, I can't get into the other part as we saw, but we'll have a look around what we can see and work out what we're doing. But that river's just mental. Well, we're driving around in the scrub, searching for a campground. We don't really know where we are. We're stuck following this track down. We think we may have found a camping spot back up the mountain, but hit this road, now we're following it down, and sort of now we've got no choice. Although there is a turnaround point here, so I might seriously think about turning around now. But what I'll do is, to make everything a little bit easier, I'll put her into low range. I'll take it on in second gear and just put my way up here. Now, I've been on mostly bitumen today, so I haven't even dropped my tyres because I wasn't planning to go on a track like this. So it's only a few hundred metres and then we'll be back where you don't really need the tyres to be much lower. So I'm just gonna take my time and do it a bit gently. But you know, if I knew I was driving stuff like this a lot, I'd drop them down. But you know, if I'm gonna be pumping them back up in a few hundred metres, I'll just take my time. And as you can see, we're out of the worst of it. So back into high range, and I'll put the throttle controller back on a little bit towier. So now if it does bump, it will jerk a little bit, but it's not so bad because we're nearly able to smooth the bits again. Anyway, the search for the camp continues. Well, this is our camp tonight, somewhere outside of Orange. So, decided to go the swag under the King's sidewall tonight rather than the gazebo, because we weren't planning to camp here. This is one we just had to come to because we couldn't get there for it's flooded. So that's the setup this evening. I reckon it's pretty good. What do you think, Kaz?
It's wonderful.
Pretty good.
Off the grid, nice.
Yeah. Feeling a bit like Tyler Thompson. I've literally found this one in the bush. Well, that brings us to the end of this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, put a like on it, really appreciate it. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Click the notification bell and you'll know when a new clip comes up. And to the old hands, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to watch one of our clips. And as you can see, it didn't end the way we wanted it to. It didn't go the way it wanted it to, but that's the joys of adventure touring. Anyway, all the best, guys. Have a good one. Remember, just get out there and enjoy the bush. Cheers from Steve and Kaz, and we'll see you on the next one.